What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be discussing the top 5 current NBA players under the age of 22. We'll be back in just a second. Alright, so today, as I said, we're going to be discussing the top 5 players in the NBA that are under the age of 22, and this is all current. Let's jump straight into it. Number 5, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, if you don't...
Well, I really like Shai. I think, honestly, maybe he could be higher on this list, but I think right now 5's an appropriate spot for him. I think before, when he was on the Clippers, he played very well, and he's playing very well on Oklahoma City also. I think he's got great potential to be one of the top 5 guards in the league in a few years.
This season, he's averaging just shy of 20 points per game. I think he's really leading a team when Chris Paul is hurt, at least, that doesn't have a lot of talent after giving away both Westbrook and Paul George. I just think he's become like a true leader for this team, and he may pay off in the long run in that Paul George trade.
Number 4, we have Ja Morant. So Ja Morant, an exceptional player for his age. I believe 20 years old. He's playing incredible for Memphis, leading them right now. They are in the 8th seed with fellow young star Jaren Jackson Jr. Morant's been playing incredible basketball and is probably the front runner to win Rookie of the Year right now. So, Charlie, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, so I think Ja Morant, he was an exceptional player in college. He was like a real standout player for Murray State. He led them past that first round in the tournament. And this year, I think he's living up to expectations. He was taken number 2 by the Grizzlies, behind only Zion, and is the front runner for for Rookie of the Year. Maybe that's only because Zion was hurt for most of the year, but I think he still played really, really well, and his stats show it: almost 7 assists and 18 points. That's a really good stat line for a rookie, especially a guy who's only 20 years old, hasn't had much experience in the NBA, and with a not super talented roster in the Grizzlies, he's really doing a lot for them. Moving on to number 3, fellow rookie, Zion Williamson. Zion was a force in college at Duke. He played alongside RJ Barrett and Cam Reddish, along with Trey Jones. That was a really stacked Duke team, and to think that he was only the number 2 prospect coming into college, they must have made some sort of scouting mistake, because he is dominant. He's been playing bully ball in the NBA, even on guys like LeBron James. So I just think Zion's been super dominant, and if it weren't for his injury, he'd be, I think, the clear front runner for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I definitely agree. He's averaging like about 20 points per game. He's in 24. That's insane for a rookie. Honestly, he's playing insane. Obviously, getting aid from his fellow young star, Brandon Ingram. And right now, I think a lot of people would be interested to see New Orleans in the playoffs with their young cast. And I think with Zion on the team, who knows? I don't think the Pelicans would be a true number 8 seed heading in there. And if he had played the entire season, who knows? Maybe New Orleans would probably be in the 7 or even 6 seed.
Right. Yeah. He really does make a good trio with Lonzo and mainly Brandon Ingram, who's really been leading that team. Player number 2, second-year player for the Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young. And he really does have limitless range on the court. He is a small guard. He's only 6'1", I believe. But he's making such a big impact. And not only can he shoot, but he can drive, and he's a great passer of the ball. He's one of the leaders in the league for points and assists, averaging nearly a double-double. And the Hawks team right now is not a very good team. I mean, they do have John Collins at forward, but Trae Young and John Collins clearly were not enough to do.
And Clint Capella now.
And Clint Capella now at center. They clearly were not enough to give the Hawks a real playoff shot this year. And I just think Trae Young in years to come will be, and even right now, averaging about 30 points per game. He's just the biggest part of that team. They need to hang on to him.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I feel like Um, give maybe Trae Young 1 year or 2 years, and he'll be in the playoffs. And he might be in the playoffs for a while, especially with the draft. Say Atlanta gets a high pick, maybe gets that one piece that they're missing. That's scary because considering they already, like you said, have a lot of talent in Young, Collins, and Clint Capella, who are all pretty young right now. So I feel like watch out for this Atlanta team right now. For our number one spot, it is obviously Luka Doncic from Dallas. So I feel like there's not enough to say about Luka Doncic to describe how great he is. In rookie, he already put up great numbers in the rookie year and just expanded on that in this year, putting already at only 21 years old, I believe. He is probably he's probably one of the best players in the league. Maybe, I think honestly he could, he's probably maybe only behind Giannis and LeBron. I think he might be the third best player in the league. It's what he's doing at his age is unprecedented for this league. Maybe only, believe it or not, the closest comparison to the numbers he's putting up is Michael Jordan at this age. I'm not saying he's going to be as good as Michael Jordan, because that's a lofty goal for him. But I feel like the sky's the limit for this kid. Charlie, what do you think?
Yeah, Luka is impressive. He's averaging nearly a triple-double this season, and that's just phenomenal for a player who's only 21 years old. He was involved in that mid-draft trade for Trae Young that happened between the Mavericks and the Hawks, and the Mavericks must have seen something in this Slovenian beast, because he didn't play college in the United States. He was from out of the country, and he's just been a beast. He's a really, really clutch player. He makes some ridiculous shots. He's a good shooter. He's really good on the ball. He's good off the ball. A solid defender. I think, just as you said, the sky is the limit for Luka, and I think he's going to be one of the most exciting players to watch in the league in the next few years. And the Mavericks could become a real threat at that title with Doncic at the helm.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah,
I definitely agree. I think also while during the draft, I think it was most people were calling for DeAndre Ayton to be selected number one. There were a few outcries for Luka Doncic because while Ayton was putting up impressive numbers at Arizona, Doncic was actually dominating the EuroLeague, which is actually probably everyone unanimously agree that's actually a higher level than college basketball, a bit higher level. And I think Luka dominated that. He won a championship in the EuroLeague. He averaged, I believe, around 17, 18 points per game there, which is insane for how young he was. So I felt like, Doncic definitely, I think not many Americans kept an eye on him because he was a European, and it was a little bit, a lot of people didn't really believe in selecting a European first overall, but I think it definitely paid off for the Mavericks getting him, trading up for him and getting him at, we selected at 3, but he was traded up by the Mavericks, who were at 5, which will end up being probably one of the best trades they've ever made in the franchise.
Yeah, so I don't even think I knew who Luka Doncic was at the time of the draft. I mean, I probably have heard his name, but I don't know that I thought he was going at pick number 3 or 5, wherever he went. And now he's turned into one of the better players in the league, I think, already. I think it's safe to say that. But that's going to do it for this video today, guys. Make sure to hit the thumbs up down below and subscribe if you haven't already. We always appreciate the new subscribers. And comment down below your top 5. Tell us if you left anybody out. Thanks for watching, guys.